stages.
Oh, please, because they won't die for you. They're not gonna die for you.
Infection.
Because we want them to work. Hi guys, it's reea.med here. It's Rachel.
Esther.
End of semester 1 review. Like how we found it, workload, social life. Let's get into the video. So,
On a scale of 1 to 10.
yeah.
10 being the best
Yeah.
of all the semester ones you've had.
We've had 1 till 2. We've had 2 semesters, bro. 1
And then
being
when,
horrid.
as in, you wanted to end it all.
End, yeah.
7.
Second year to me is just very hefty in terms of the stuff that we've done.
Yeah.
Or we will be doing.
Very, 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 very.
Like renal, neuro, endocrinology, and GI, gastrointestinal. Those are all very big topics.
Huge, yeah.
So renal was really short. It was literally 4 weeks. I feel like it was a nice ease into the second year because I feel like the content really stepped up from first year. So it was a nice ease into like, okay, this is what second year is going to be. I really liked. I think it was an interesting topic to start with. 3 lectures a day maximum, and then neuro that she punched me in the face. Like I can't even put it into words the way it just went bam. Like, why is there 5 physiology lectures?
It was definitely a jump.
It was a jump in like the amount of lectures I had to do a day, and then obviously if I have more lectures to do, I have to have more flashcards to do, I have more stuff to do. But in terms of like my work, like how I was working, I think it's definitely stepped up from first year. I think first year, obviously maybe because of lockdown, I found it really hard to do work. The way I worked really stepped up, and I changed how I revise and stuff, which works a lot better for me now.
So in terms of workload for first semester for me, it was very minimal. Third year in Southampton Medical School, we do like a research project in first semester, and like you basically get to choose what field you want to do your project in, and mine was medical physics and bioengineering. Don't ask me why I chose that. It was like my 10th option, okay? They done me dirty, okay? Guys, I hated physics at GCSEs. And that was the last time I did physics.
How can you even put that as an option?
Alright.
Hated physics.
No, you know, it was like less of 2 evils type of situation. We had 10 options, do you know?
Yeah, 10?
That's a lot. But
Options.
I was aiming for the first 3 options at most. Like, I was in gynae, the love of my life.
What
like,
was your first 3?
I was in gynae was definitely first.
I remember you said that, yeah.
I think my second one was maternal and fetal, because it's sort of obs and gynae-ish as well. Surgery was my third one. My project was more neurophysics, so like measuring intracranial pressure in a non-invasive way, basically. It was quantitative. It was completely different for me. Guys, simple Microsoft Excel, like, I should have listened at computer science. I mean, ICT. I literally was learning how to use things like Microsoft Excel, because obviously it's a research project and like data and stuff, we need to collect it, analyze it, and apart from that, statistics. At the end, we had to write a 5,000, 6,000 word report, and literally it's like a disso, if you will. But overall, it was interesting, even though it was different.
Yeah, plus like renal and neuro, we had medicine and practice. It's like 3 different things. So one of them is GP placement, the other one's hospital placement, and then the third one is like you have to do 2 shifts as a healthcare support worker, HCA. So obviously GP placement, they organise that, and it literally happens like every other week, so it's bi-weekly, and we kind of go through how to do different examinations. So we've done like cardiovascular examination, local motor. We did psychiatry most recently. So it's really interesting. I think I look forward to placement just because it's more, it's like the clinical side, it's like hands-on, it's like the most interesting bit. Obviously because of COVID, we haven't really been able to see patients, just as sad. And the second section, I haven't really done this semester. They assign 2 of us to a doctor. They give us learning outcomes and we need to go through those learning outcomes for every single session. The final module or component that you have to pass is HCA. It was 2 12-hour shifts, right? And I felt like there wasn't much for me to do as well, so it just felt like a lot of standing around for 12 hours, which I found it really boring. But I think it's because I went in there with expectations. But then when I kind of let go of my expectations, and then I had the second shift, I think I did a bit more that shift, but I think I was more like, okay, I'm in the role of a HCA. This whole point of this is to kind of put myself in other healthcare professionals' shoes and like experience a clinical setting. And once I kind of had that mindset, I think I got a little bit more out of it.
What would you say your social life was like semester 1? I was chilling. A bit too much sometimes, even though I was meeting my supervisor every week and like supposed to be doing my projects every day during that week. It was still very much like I had a lot of free time to do other stuff. But we had no lectures in between. I mean, a couple here and there, probably like training to do with your specific field of research. I had time to even do a bit of working here and there. So getting my money up. Yeah, I feel like social life for me was still the same. Anyone who knows me, I will go up.
I feel like
good, bad.
I mean, I personally feel like it was the same as normal. I don't think, like, I think it wasn't very conducive for like, oh, you can go out all the time.
Yeah.
Like the modules that we were doing, but I feel like it was the same as normal. Like I went out as much as I normally would.
She doesn't go out.
I'm a homebody, babe.
She doesn't go out full stop. That's what she means to say, by the way.
I actually did go out. Esther just likes to try.
Where did you go?
Am I going to sit here and list where I went?
Because there's none.
Because I know I went places.
There's none.
I know I went places.
There's not a single place you came.
I feel like, yeah, my social life was personally the same. I think I did more extracurriculars this year, which was really cool.
Well, we tried netball.
We did do all of that. I think we're going to go
We went to 3 sessions.
That's better than what we've normally done. We didn't even go.
When I say 3 sessions, like 3 weeks out of the 8 weeks of uni.
That's better than nothing. All the first year, we kept saying we're gonna go. We never went. And I think this year we're gonna try some new sports.
Are we?
I want to try football. Because remember you said you wanted to do football before.
We? We?
Also, we did this thing where we walk dogs.
I
don't know if you lot have heard about BORROWMYDOGGY. Basically like a website, app, whatever. And you get to message people around like your area, basically telling them, oh, I would love to walk your dog. So we did that for a bit.
Basically free like carers to
literally.
Walk the dogs. But we did love it. We did it. I think we did it like 3-4 times. There was a couple of weeks where we did it twice a week.
Yeah.
We were so lucky. The lady literally lived like a 30-minute walk from us, like a 20-minute walk. So we walked to her house, pick up the dog, then walk it around this park that's really close to us. Then drop it back off.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was a really nice way for us to start our day. I just think it's unsustainable for our lifestyle because we were waking up at 6 to do it. We were this close to buying a dog.
And then we thought, guinea pig.
No, even this is guinea pig. You wanted rabbit. I wanted a guinea pig.
Guinea pig.
This close. No. But our next adventure, which we're gonna vlog, is horse riding.
Horse riding.
That's our next adventure.
I'm excited for that. We've wanted to do that for a while.
I mean, Esther and I are we're both actually very similar.
Yeah,
like,
in terms of interest.
Animals, interest, all that stuff. Hopefully,
yeah,
all goes well. We will do it and it'll be sick. It'll be sick. I'll be like, you know, Saddle Club.
I'm also part of like a society called ACMA. It's basically like an ACS but for medical students. I was publicity officer and welfare officer. I'm still doing that now as well. I was working alongside.
Yeah.
I was basically taking shifts as a HCA at the hospital because like 12-hour shifts, 2 12-hour shifts as a HCA in the second year. So because of that, they sort of was able to fast track like HCA applications to work at a hospital. So I started doing that over the summer and I really enjoyed it. I mainly stuck to A&E. I love A&E. And then I tried the maternity hospital recently. Loved it. No, that's literally where I belong. Obs and gynae is my thing. Anyone who knows me since day one, I've always said obs and gynae, obs and gynae. I felt, you know, at ease. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, so I really enjoyed the maternity shift, to be honest. I was on the breast clinic, so it was consultations with consultants, so I'm literally just helping out with chaperoning and stuff, cleaning up when they're done. I recommend, if you have the opportunity to work as a HCA, do it.
I worked as like a, what did I do? Student ambassador for the uni, which I think was actually really good because it's like the way it works is you get to do, there's so many different things you can volunteer to do and you get paid. So like I did this thing where, firstly I worked like open days. And I also worked when the new like freshers come in to residential whatever, when they like come into
move
their
in.
Ocom. So I was helping them with moving and stuff, and it was actually really good money. So like if you study at Southampton, I'd recommend actually being a student ambassador, because it was good money, and you get to pick and choose. Like they'll literally send you opportunities. They'll be like, oh, do you want to work with this? You can decide like, no, I don't really want to do that. I do want to do it.
Something you would do different going into second semester.
I think I'm not falling off in terms of productivity. I think first semester was so long, it drags. It's like 12 weeks. 12 weeks of pure content. So by like week 10, I'm burnt out. Like it happens every year.
Week 8.
Maybe week 8. I don't know. I've just been optimistic. Week 8. I don't think there's like much I can change about that. I think the semester's so long. It's actually not my fault I get burnt out. I just want to have something that I'm doing weekly. I think I'm going to try to do that this semester. Something that I'm doing that's non-medicine, non-me watching TV, just an actual pure hobby, like a pure, because I love tennis. So maybe tennis or something like that.
Definitely need to be more disciplined myself. From day one, I want to make sure that I'm not slacking. I want to be more integrated with medical students, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Because now I'm going into placement. I think now more than ever, it's now about people. Both patients and colleagues. Both of us are very much like not in that medical bubble.
Yes.
As much as
I agree.
Typical medical students are. It's not even a bad thing not to have not being a medical bubble.
I think you need a balance of both.
But it's just a balance of both. You know, it's always good to have that, I don't know, that side of things. Like if I'm struggling,
you want to be able to
I want to be able to turn to a natural medic that would understand. Apart from just work and medical stuff, so probably pick up on my hobbies that I've neglected. Reading, I'm gonna try pick up reading again, because I actually started last year and it went well. So build up my book collection. Go back to who I am, the core, not just medicine. Okay, don't die for NHS. Oh, please, because they won't die for you. They're not gonna die. Better me, all round individual, physically, mentally, financially.
Amen.
Something from sociality. It was a good, chilled, relaxing first semester.
Chill. See the contrast to what we've said.
I can't lie.
Medical student second year.
That is it for today, guys. Catch us in our next YouTube video. Bye. Don't forget to like,
comment,
and subscribe. Bye.